ladies and gentlemen, the Fandom Gamer here, and welcome back to the Out of Worlds. You can see the Unreliable here, and of course, like I said, this is where we left off, apart from the whole dying to the primals over there. We'll just forget about that. So today the plan is to get to Edgewater and get our first companion. A little ambush by Marauders. There goes his arm. And there's another guy, here he is. And he's dead. Okay. Oh, third guy. And down he goes. Okay, grab everything. Some poor residents. Little camp up here full of Marauders. Surprised he can't see me. Blind him. He's dead. Down he goes. And give the last one a knock on the head. Or in the chest, I guess that works too. Okay, they're dead. It's good. Look at the camp, Gospel card. Like I said, I do enjoy the things they've done in the game. They've been quite inventive with a few things, like toss ball. It's like the game they play. So that's pretty cool, and also the some of their phrases, like thank the law, like instead of thank God, that kind of thing. So it's pretty cool. Now we've picked up some more weapons. We've got that toss ball stick that I got off the ship, which is pretty powerful, but I'm more interested in this, the hunting rifle. That is great, always like one of them. And also a sawed-off shotgun. It's in bad condition, but I can repair that soon. And then a light assault rifle. The assault rifles, in my opinion, are pretty useless, but you know, use what you will, it's up to you. So just take off that and remove it and put on the toss ball stick. And then in terms of armor, the hibernation suit is armor 3 plus 5 to tech skills, but the makeshift low pressure suit is like the Marauders armor, also gives us that bonus. It gives us more armor, and then the helmet gives us plus 5 to lockpick and an extra 9 armor. These just give you one-handed melee, but I don't really care for that. So, and the toss ball stick, you put like a ball on the top and throw it. But obviously, we're not going to play toss ball. We're going to kill people with it instead. And down here, I'm going to go to the beach. Look at the water and the planets. Oh, got some canids. Their stuff is actually, their tails and that are actually worth quite a bit. Oh, and a shovel too. Guess he's burying his mate or something. Should have made his own grave while he was at it. One thing about this game is invisible wall. You can't run into the water and drown or whatever, which is cool, I guess. They don't want you killing yourself. But yeah, got this crashed ship here, which I mean must have been a rough landing. Chest. Some stuff in, that's cool. And then across this way. This is a separate location. It's the landing pad, which is actually a useful place to go because we can pick up a mission here. So talk to this guy, Ludwig.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Okay.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals
What medication have you been taking?
over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Is it a resistance though?
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Some tuna cans mostly, some spacer's chaw, a few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid.
And Persuader 5, we can convince him that if this is a proper army, he'd pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
Yes, pay me.
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town.
Oh no.
This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Okay. Well, that's cool and all, and we will do that. But first, well, we could go into the town through that gate, but I want to go this way. As before we do that, because generally you would head to the town from like that direction from the ship. You'd head straight to the gates. You wouldn't get onto the beach generally, so you'd usually miss this bit. But basically, over here there's this dude we can talk to, Silas. You want to talk to him? He gives you a mission.
Running around in the Marauders attire. You're liable to give some.
That's something I like about the game as well. They'll actually comment on your armor. You know, like if like in some games, like Fallout New Vegas, if you're wearing Legion, you'll be shot on sight by NCR. But in this game, they recognise you as not being a Marauder, but they just say that wearing it's probably a bad idea.
It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a Marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by them.
Oh.
Ain't
Well.
safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Yeah, okay. We can lie and say I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on me.
I
Name's
guess.
Silas, Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Whether you like it or not. And yeah, talk about money.
Got a knack for being discreet-like? There's
Guess.
money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean.
Trust
Edgewater
me.
is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company.
Yeah,
Renting
and you
means
guys want to
money.
work for them.
Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be renting your own grave?
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Yeah, so obviously we talked to Ludwig, so we'll do the mission for Ludwig, and then when we report back to him, we can also collect the fees. So now we can head into Edgewater. It's Spacer's Choice. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice. It's so annoying that. Like, you've tried stuff that's better than ours, so why don't you try our rubbish stuff? It's like, no, I'm gonna go for the better stuff, thank you. Okay, and here we are in town. Edgewater. Nice place. Well, not really, but don't want to insult the locals. Hey. The going hours can be a little creepy. The cantina.
You read the latest report?
I don't know you.
Nope. Alex Hawthorne.
The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
Sounds like it, yeah.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles.
I'm sure it's hard.
Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters.
Oh no, I would never do that.
Coming right up.
And of course, here we are. Like it said, the merchant skill is your best dialogue skill. So if your lie is really high, but your intimidate is super low, then they'll use your lie, obviously, because, you know, if you are able to lie, then you can get yourself a better deal. If you're very persuasive, you can talk them into giving you a better deal. And if you're really intimidating, you can intimidate them and force them to give you a better deal. So of course, whichever one's highest is the one it uses. So, you know, mine's fine for this part of the game, but I'm not actually going to buy anything, because you can hold square to sell junk, and it just sells everything in the junk category. You can obviously sell all these stuff like the sabers. I'd sell them because they're pretty bad melee weapons, as well as like the shovel, trip blade, and that. I'm gonna sell a pistol because I've already got one, and leave that for now. I can sell those masks though, because I'm not going to use them. You can sell this stuff too, but I'll just keep it for now. And of course, on the general, you've got your picks and everything, but don't sell any of those, you'll need them. So did a bit of trading, that's cool. Got all sorts of stuff. You can just walk into people's buildings, like, but I'm not going to. And of course, over here we have the workbench. So what I can do is install mods. I don't have any at the moment, but when I do, I can. So yeah, we can repair that shotgun now. Well, we can't because we don't have enough weapon parts, but an easy way to do that is to break down stuff like that assault rifle. Break that down. The staff, break that down. So then I will now have enough to repair that shotgun, because the shotguns work as you may expect. So it does 14 base damage, but that's times by 12 because it fires 12 pellets, so it actually does 164 damage, more or less, depending on how many hit. DPS is 173, but the DPS isn't exactly accurate because you've got to take into consideration how many hit and whether you fire it as quickly as possible, so, you know. And over here we can go and speak to the leader of the town, which you should probably do right away, because this is how you get your first companion. So I always like to do this like ASAP, because nice jingle, Spacer's Choice theme.
The grease monkey arc. Seems we've got a guest.
Yes, you
Right
do.
now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival. I
no.
might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Doubt it.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauders outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
I don't work for you guys.
Of course, I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor past.
Well, I'm here, I'll make up for it.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing.
Don't imagine
I
so.
can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab.
Really?
It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power is shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Yeah, you used the word, you said mostly.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness.
I don't know about that.
People living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Yeah.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
I can imagine so.
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family.
Oh my
If we
god.
dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine. Trusting Miss Holcomb to
Terrible
guide you
idea.
if you'd like.
Yeah, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Great.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
And now we have our first companion, Pravati. Yeah, so, the way this works is they've got their own little menu over here. So, they have their own weapons, and you can equip them with whatever you like. So you can give them really powerful weapons, or weak if you're terrible. And you can give them their own armor as well. Usually whatever they have is pretty good for a little while, but you'll eventually want to change it. And then your behaviour, you can ask them to be really far away from you, medium distance, or stay close. You can ask them which weapons you'd rather they use. I'd rather they use range, honestly, because their melee weapons are only useful, you know, if absolutely necessary. I'd rather kill something before it gets too close. Then they have their perks and abilities and stuff like that, and their skills will affect yours as well. So, as if we go over to here, skills, you can see that Persuade is being put up by, well, my thing that I chose, the cashier, but also Pravati gives it a +4. So, and Pravati gives Lockpick a +7, and Pravati gives Engineering a +9. So, you can see that those skills get boosted quite well, especially depending on what they're wearing and stuff like that. And other skills you choose, because they have their own skill tree as well. You know, they'll get perks, you know, when you get perked kind of thing. So you can also give them stuff. And obviously this one on the far right of tier 1 always boosts your skill that they're good at. So she's an engineer, so your engineering gets boosted, that kind of thing. And they all have like some different ones. Most of them are the same for everyone, but they do have different ones related to whatever they do. And you can upgrade their damage as well as armor and stuff like that. So it's always great, but she hasn't leveled up yet, so we won't be able to do that just quite yet. So let's get out of here. You can like unlock this if you get his card, but that would require a little bit of murder, and we don't want to do that yet, do we, Pravati? She's nice, also a little naive though. She always looks at the best side of everything, so even in the worst situation she'll look for the light. So, you know, you need to guide her a little.
Can you talk? Sorry.
Yep, we can.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says.
Yeah,
It's just,
he does.
he doesn't always get what other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the wings.
Huh,
If Mr.
understandable.
Thompson ain't ever mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well.
Like yourself.
We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of Marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, man. I just
No
think
problem.
when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say, anyways.
And you kind of talk to your companions about things every now and then. They all have their own opinions on things, so depending on what companion you take with you in a conversation, they'll sometimes say different things. People will actually react to what your companions say sometimes. And so, let's go and talk to good old Vic Max.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your
Maximilian de
service.
Soto.
Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort
Reminds me
who
of
is
Pegasus Maximilian
and
off
Miss Holcomb as well.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling. This season's tossball predictions.
Nah.
The quickest way out of town.
Well, I know the way out.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away.
Oh, she's a
I
little
can't
shy.
imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the Marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls.
Tragic.
My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Sure.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Yep. Okay. Well, the first thing we are gonna do is do the grave matters quest, the small grave matter, which is to collect the money from those people who owe it. The way it works, you can just press like a square to bring up any inactive quests, and then you can just set them as active there. So, talk to the different bit. Oh, level up. Sweet. Yes, I know. Okay, we're gonna put 1 in there just to get inspiration to 20, and then we've got 9 points to spread out. I'll put that in there, 2 in there, and 1 in there. There we go. So that seems okay. Yeah, I know. And of course, since we have got, we now have companion abilities. And I do want to say that Parvati's is overpowered. Basically slams down a hammer onto the ground and creates like a shockwave that stuns and knocks over enemies nearby and does a decent amount of damage. But the stunning is what's like overpowered, because it can knock down like 5-6 enemies if they're all close to each other. So then you can just mow them down or hit them with melee weapons or whatever, and they can't fight back for a couple of seconds. So.
But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Sure he does.
Merciful law. Is that a Marauders outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse.
Says the man who deals with corpses.
Touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
And
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene.
yeah, shut up.
Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Okay, seriously, I'll kill you. Yeah, turn to F5. I can show you my hands.
No, thank you.
I don't think he
That's
quite gets what I'm
alright.
saying, but okay.
I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards.
I think yours
You
fails.
will
Okay.
also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
You okay, I want your money.
Gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Yeah, just because you try and sound smart doesn't mean you are. You're
As
broke.
broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Yeah.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together.
Well, but not
Tell
deserters.
Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give him an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers.
What?
No, that won't do.
No, it won't.
Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
And if you come through here, you can quickly look at this. Pause and read if you want. Okay, it basically just talks about a dude who is dead, hands of gold teeth. Gold, you say?
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
No, but I have medical training.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
So 42% chance you will get gangrene, great. And with persuade of 1, so not really a persuade check, honestly, you'll have that anyway. You can tell him you know about Eugene. I don't know why that's persuade anyway, because it's a fact. I know about Eugene.
You know about Eugene? How?
You left a piece of paper in the other room, like, literally just lying there.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now.
Well,
Eugene's
too bad.
golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
First of all, that's disgusting. Second of all, he's dead, so what?
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice.
Oh my god.
I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious, then gross.
Shut up, buddy.
Measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Yeah, well, you do that.
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Ta-ta! So, we just got to go to Mr. Old Abernathy and all that. Into the cannery. And around it. Up we go. Meow. Here we go.
You the new worker?
Nope.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Shh, don't come out. I will beat you up. Gravesite fees.
Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees.
Oh.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my
I
payment.
thought I'd have like a check or two.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Yeah, the laws around here suck.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me.
Even though you're not a
Eugene was a
actual
good worker.
relative, you're just his neighbour. So, that's cool, I guess. Anyway, after Mr. Abernathy, I should probably go downstairs, actually. Where the hell am I going? No, not this way. If I go down there, I'll get in trouble. How am I lost? I've been in here often enough. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, here's an exit. Oh, a terminal. Any hacks? Oh, no. Okay. Well, let's go to the old dude's house and beat him up until he gives us what we want. Hey, old man.
Oh, sweet merciful law. A Marauders in my domicile.
Yeah, hand all of you
Please
bits.
don't kill me. I still gotta pay my gravesite fees. Wait a second. I heard Marauders don't talk much. You can talk just fine. Mr. Thompson sent you to put the fear in me?
So that check was pointless, but okay.
You tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued.
I think you might be
Spry as a
plagued.
spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Yeah.
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Gravesite fees?
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Yes, he told me everything.
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
You gotta be kidding me.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
Well, I don't know about that.
Steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious.
Then why the hell are you talking to me?
Plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Apparently that's how it works around here, but I'm gonna get paid, so I don't care.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that.
Well, probably the
I'll pay your
last
fees.
as well.
I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could
You what you want?
There's a cache of antlers selling tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my
Can you
spleen
really?
now. I can feel it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, goodbye.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
You
Excuse me.
eavesdropping? Oh, hell
I'm
no.
Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine.
Well, I mean,
Abernathy
he's
is a
paying me,
well-known
so...
hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Great. I mean, you gotta put it in a different way.
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Huh.
Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Great idea.
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better.
Oh, well. I guess I'll think about it. Can't make any promises, though.
That's all I can ask of you.
Well, gotta go. Just one more set of fees to collect. And while we're out here, we can go and do the mission to go and deal with the auto-mechanical that is scouting. Okay. Wish I could have gone out the other side, but I'm an idiot, so never mind. One thing about this is, if you use time dilation, you can get you over ledges easier because you travel at like the same speed near enough, but it slows down time so you don't fall as quickly. Don't know how the hell it works exactly, but it does. So, you know, best not ask questions. It's a game. Pick that, get some XP. Oh, a revolver, that's cool. Okay, like I said, just loot everything. That's my motto for, well, any games like this. Just loot everything. And it should just be around here. There we go. There he is.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably
just
fix
lost.
that. I mean, if you wanted to.
If you have a high enough engineering, you can, but just let Pravati do it.
His navmod got dislodged. Must have taken a
It's engineering of 45, which I doubt you will have by now, unless you point literally every point into engineering.
Spacer's choice standards, anyhow. His name's Jeremy.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
You do that. Yeah, why do you give him a
On
name?
account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Oh god.
Hebs to Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
I don't think he understands you, but okay. Well, that's that done, so we can go and return to Ludwig, take his gravesite fees, and tell him we've dealt with the scout. And so then we get 2 for 1. Of course, we've got to return to Salas with the payments, but we'll have collected all 4, so. Hello, big guy.
Bring us honors, soldier.
Yeah, sure, okay.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Yeah, okay.
Mechanical repellent. A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Yeah, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project.
Really? Okay, well, yeah. Scout dealt with.
Its own legs.
Sure.
Pulled its optic cables out its head case.
I guess.
Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
You do that.
You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical hearts.
So you admit they have hearts?
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
Nice.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Okay. So, I'm going to end the video here because it's probably been a while. So the next episode we're going to talk to Silas, give him his gravesite fees, probably help Ludwig with his auto mechanical problem, and maybe destroy a settlement depending on how things go. And we'll probably help Vic Max along the way, because it's sort of the way I like to do it is you look here, so you get the stuff for Ludwig, do Silas, and then you can move up through here, and this is where you're going to end up, so do that last. So you go round and down, you collect a bunch of different fast travel locations as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see me do. And thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you next time on the Outer Worlds. Thank you, and goodbye.